मेरा मिशन सिर्फ एक है कि आप स्टडीज को, बायोलॉजी को एंजॉय करो, उससे डरो नहीं। एंड बायोलॉजी शुड गिव यू हैप्पीनेस। Hello, my name is Pradeep and welcome to another video. In the last video, we understood about what is classification. Classification is the process जिससे हम different organisms को identify करके different sections में put करते हैं according to their characteristics and features. Classification, this process, it is not a single step process, but it includes many different steps. जिससे scientists organize different organisms. यही जो different steps हैं. These steps, it is known as hierarchy. इसमें each step is known as a rank और category. अब इसको एक बहुत easy example से समझते हैं. जैसे you visit a supermarket, वहाँ पे you see different type of products, different types of things. For example, you want to buy a specific thing. जैसे chips का एक packet, let's say Lay's का एक packet. So how would you find that one particular Lay's का packet? Let's see. अब supermarket में there are so many different types of things, clothes, food, items of daily needs and many more. अब you enter the supermarket. Now what you see? Departments. अब आप देखोगे there are different types of departments or big sections which comprises of different types of things. जैसे कि एक डिपार्टमेंट होगा फूड डिपार्टमेंट, एक डिपार्टमेंट होगा क्लोथ्स का डिपार्टमेंट, एक डिपार्टमेंट होगा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का डिपार्टमेंट एंड सो ऑन. अब हमें कहाँ जाना है? वी हैव टू गो टू द फूड सेक्शन. तो हम गए फूड सेक्शन में. देन व्हाट यू सी इज, देन यू विल सी आइल्स जो कि स्पेसिफिक होंगे टू पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट्स. जैसे फूड डिपार्टमेंट, वहाँ पे देयर विल बी डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ आइल्स और डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सेक्शंस जिसमें अलग अलग टाइप्स ऑफ फूड प्रेजेंट होंगे. जैसे वन आइल विल बी फॉर डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स, वन आइल विल बी फॉर beverages, different types of cold drinks, etc. Then there will be another aisle which will be of snacks and many more. अब हमको क्या चाहिए? हमको we want that one Lay's का packet. So we know that Lay's comes under snacks. We will go to that aisle which is the snacks वाला aisle. अब वहाँ पे भी you will see different types of sections which are known as shelves. अब this shelf of the snacks aisle will have different types of snacks जैसे कि chips, जैसे कि नमकीन, cookies, etc. अब we see the chips वाला part. वहाँ पे there are so many different types of brands. अलग-अलग different types of brands of chips. But हमको Lay's वाला चाहिए. On further finding, हमको Lay's वाले chips भी मिलते हैं. अब एक flavor का chips तो होता नहीं है Lay's का. There are so many different flavors or so many different types. So there will be types of that Lay's chips. Now we want one specific flavor of that Lay's chips. My favorite is the masala, the blue one.
Okay.
So finally I find that one specific product जो कि है the Lay's blue वाला मसाला flavor. So you see, हमको एक चीज ढूंढने के लिए, हमको एक specific चीज ढूंढने के लिए we have to go through so many levels, so many categories. These are nothing but these are categories, अलग-अलग categories. These are all categories. And if you notice these single categories वो अलग-अलग rank पे. जैसे if you see the specific product जो कि हमारा Lay's का, it will be at the lowest rank. There will be no other option क्योंकि यही हमारा final and last option है, which is the specific product, and it is at the lowest rank. And the whole supermarket which is at the top rank क्योंकि it comprises of different types of categories, different types of sections, and hence these are the different levels. And similarly, in taxonomy or taxonomic studies, these categories they are known as इनको we call it taxonomic categories in taxonomy. And ये जो हमने whole system देखा, this system is known as hierarchy. Hierarchy in simple language is a system जिसमें there are things which are present at different levels. For example, at the time of जब kings हुआ करते थे, उस time पे there was hierarchy. At the topmost position, at the highest rank, it was the king. Then जैसे जैसे the level decreased, there were different people who took different positions, जैसे कि ministers हो गए, different types of soldiers, and so on. So this is hierarchy, and in taxonomy, this system of ranking is known as taxonomic hierarchy. And in taxonomic studies, these different types of categories, they represent rank. मतलब कि ये जो categories है, they are present at different ranks at different levels. And in taxonomy, these ranks, they are known as taxon. The plural form is taxon. Taxonomy शुरू में it might seem a bit boring, but trust me, जैसे जैसे you learn, जैसे जैसे you study, you actually will see that taxonomy is actually amazing. कि कैसे scientists ने इस system को find किया जिससे कि so many millions and millions of organisms can be grouped, identified and named. अगर ये system ही ना होता, there will be so much confusion, there will be so much chaos. So do think like a scientist when you are studying not only ये वाला chapter, any chapter, physics, chemistry, biology, anything. Coming back to taxonomy. In taxonomy, classification into groups is very important. इसको in detail समझने के लिए we have to understand, we have to know कि what is this group, what is this grouping. इसको एक example से समझते हैं. अब जैसे there are different types of insects, जैसे cockroach, butterflies, etc. हमको पता है that these organisms are referred to as insects. But the question is कि क्यों these organisms are referred to as insects? Now remember, previously I told you that classification is based on characteristics or features of any organism. किसी भी organism के features या characteristics के हिसाब से ही it is classified. So in insects, if we observe very carefully, insects have a common feature or a characteristics, which is they have 3 pairs of jointed legs. मतलब कि there are 6 legs, they have 6 legs. It means कि ये जो property, ये जो feature है, ये जो characteristic है, it is concrete to insects. It is the feature of insects. And इसी feature के basis पे we can classify that insects का मतलब होगा that they would have 3 pairs of jointed legs. So इसी basis पे a group is formed, which is known as the insects. This is how, on the basis of characteristics or features, groups are formed of different organisms. And यही जो groups है, they represent categories जो हमने अभी पिछले example में देखा and in the previous video. So the groups जो कि form हो रहे हैं, they represent what categories. Different categories are at different levels. They further denote the rank, which is at different levels the whole system. So ये जो rank है, this taxon or the rank, it is very important and it forms the unit of classification. मतलब it forms the basis of classification. And ये जो groups है, which are formed for different organisms, ये सिर्फ outer appearance या morphological appearances के basis में नहीं form होता, but they represent living organisms that share real biological relationships like common ancestry, evolution, genetics. So taxonomy is not a simple classification system. Taxonomy is actually very deep, which tries to understand biological connections between different organisms. अब different scientists ने सोचा कि is there a possibility कि जिससे एक process develop हो सके ताकि different organisms they can be categorized, they can be put into different categories. So they made a system of arrangement जिससे it became very easy to classify and organize different types of organisms. And in category में place होने के लिए for every organism there have to be something important जिसके basis पे उनको categorize कर सके. And that important thing is the characters or the features जिसके basis पे different organisms they were put into different sections or categories. And इससे हुआ क्या? It helped us to identify similarities and dissimilarities between different organisms or the same kinds or types of organisms. So let us see this arrangement in detail. तो सबसे lowest और सबसे नीचे जो category है that is of species. Species is that category which is present at the lowest of the whole system. which have the most similar characters or the most similarities. So species में there are group of individuals with fundamental similarities मतलब सबसे ज्यादा similarities is present in species, in the level of species. And यहाँ पे जो organisms है, they resemble one another in morphological and reproductive characters मतलब कि वो organisms होंगे जो resemble करेंगे the same morphological features, and those organisms can interbreed among themselves मतलब कि they can reproduce and produce offspring. Let us see the example of Mangifera indica, Solanum tuberosum and Panthera leo. All the three names, indica, tuberosum and leo, these are the specific epithets, while जो first word है इनमें, these are generic epithets or the genus name. They represent the genus of each species. This shows that each genus may have one or more than one species which represent different organisms which have similar morphological features. मतलब the outer appearances, they are similar. For example, Panthera has another specific epithet called tigris, and Solanum includes species like Nigrum and Melongena. Human beings, we belong to the species Sapiens, which is grouped in the genus Homo. The scientific name thus for human beings is written as Homo sapiens. The next category that comes after species is the genus. Genus, it makes up a group of related species. मतलब genus is that category which consists of different species which are related to each other and similar to each other. The second point is species of one genus have more things in common with each other than with the species of other genera. मतलब कि if this is a genus, उसमें there are different species. This is another genus, जिसमें कि there are species. अब यहाँ पे it says that in one particular genus, उसमें जो species होंगे, they will have more things in common rather than the other species of this genera, of the other genera. अब ये जो more things I have said, ये more things in common. What are these more things? These more things are co-related characters or features. Co-related characters or features मतलब कि features जो कि आपस में they are related, they are co-related with each other. वो होंगी present in the species of one particular genus. Now let's see some examples. Number 1, potato and brinjal. They belong to two different species, but they belong to one genus, which is Solanum. Now a question comes to my mind. Why is the potato and the brinjal, why have they been placed in a single genus? Lion, tiger, इनका seems okay क्योंकि वो more or less similar दिखते हैं. But why the potato and brinjal? वो तो same भी नहीं दिखते. Then why? The answer is there are many similarities between the potato plant and the brinjal plant. And this is why they are placed in the same genus. Characters like the flower structure, the fruit type, the leaf structure, arrangement of parts, they are all similar. They look very similar. They are very similar to each other. And if you will say they have been placed in a single genus, Solanum. Then there is lion, which is Panthera leo, leopard, Panthera pardus, and tiger, Panthera tigris, with several common features. Are all species of the genus Panthera. ये जो genus है Panthera, it differs from another genus, which is the Felis, which includes cats. The next category after genus is family. First point is the family category. The family category, it consists of related genera, many genus. The second point is that in family there are less number of similarities as compared to genus and species. इस category में जो भी genus होंगे उनमें there will be less similarities as compared to the genus and species. Species में there will be सबसे ज़्यादा similarity, genus में a little less, and family में उससे भी less. Third point is that all genera in a family have some common features or correlated features. मतलब कि in family there will be less similarities, but there will be some common features जिसके basis पे different genus put in a family. Genera of a family are separable from genera of a related family by important characteristics differences in both vegetative and reproductive features. मतलब कि different genera in a single family and different genera which will be present in another family. They both will have some differences, which is the vegetative and reproductive differences. अभी vegetative and reproductive differences है क्या? Vegetative features meaning roots, stems, leaves, and reproductive features जैसे कि flowers, how do they reproduce? इन्हीं features के basis पे there are differentiated and placed accordingly. For example, in plants there are three different genera: Solanum, Petunia, and Datura. They are all placed in a single family, which is the Solanaceae. And in animals, the genus the Panthera, it consists of lion, tiger, leopard, and another genera which is the Felis, which consists of cats. These two genera they are placed in the family Felidae. Now do one thing. After I tell you, उसके बाद pause the video and think whether these two animals जो कि I will show you अभी should be kept in a single family or not. Now pause the video and think. So many of you might be correct and many of you might be wrong, which is very good, perfectly fine. Now before I tell you the answers, let's see some differences and similarities between a cat and a dog. Similarities: they both have four legs, they both have fur on their body, they are mammals, they give birth to young ones. Differences: if we see, a cat has a claw which is retractable, मतलब कि it can be pulled back in their paws. Dogs they don't have the retractable paws. Then body shape: most cats are usually smaller, flexible. Their body is designed for jumping, climbing. But if you see a dog, which is usually large, there are small dogs too, but majority of the dogs they are big, they are large, usually built for running. These are some characters जिसके basis पे they are related to each other. But due to so many differences, they are placed in different families. Cats are placed in the family Felidae and dogs are placed in the family Canidae. After family, the next category which comes is order. The first point is it includes one or more related families. अब ये जो category है order, it is a bit different from the category which we saw earlier. We have seen different categories, let's say species, genus, family. They are based on a number of similar characters. But order and जो भी different categories अभी हम देखेंगे, they don't consider a single feature. Instead, they look at a collection of many features together, जैसे body structure, eating habits, how they reproduce, etc. If many important features like these they match, then they are placed in order. So the second point is that it is the assemblage of families where there are few or less similar characters and more broad characters, you can say more broad or general characters. मतलब यहाँ पे in order we will consider more broad and more general characters, or you can say common characters. The similar characters are less in number as compared to different genera included in a family. Example जैसे plant families जैसे Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae, they are included in the order Polymoniales. They are mainly based on the floral characters, जिसके basis पे they are organized. Then in the animal order, Carnivora, it includes families जैसे Felidae and Canidae. अब the next category after order is class. वो वाला class नहीं, classroom नहीं, class. So the first point is a class, it includes related orders. Now notice one thing. In every category जो हमने देखा, उसमें जो first point था, it was always that it includes related orders, it includes related families, it includes related genus. There is one word which is coming बार-बार, and it is the word related. मतलब कि the organisms which are placed in every category, they are related. But ये जो relation है, it is of varying degrees. मतलब यहाँ पे the similar characters relation is very much. The genus में the similar characters it becomes a little bit less. Families में और कम, order में और कम, class में भी और कम. This related word for every category is very important. Now let's see some examples in the class. So the order Primata, it consists of animals like monkey, gorilla, gibbon, and another order which is the Carnivora, that includes animals जैसे कि tiger, cats, and dogs. They are placed under one class which is known as the Mammalia. The class Mammalia, it has other orders too. अब ये जो placement है of Carnivora and order Primata, they are based on more broader features. The next category after class is phylum or division. Phylum or division. Why the two different names? I will tell you. The first point is that it is a category which is present higher than class. Now, why these two different names, phylum and division? Phylum is used for animals, and division, ये term, it is used for plants. Third point is it is formed of more than one class. मतलब it consists of more than one class. Phylum, it groups together animals on features जैसे कि the animals that have the same basic body structure or body plan, even if they look different from outside. जैसे phylum consists of animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, along with mammals. All these are based on the common features, जैसे कि the presence of notochord. Notochord is a structure which gives support to the body and keeps it straight. In short, notochord can be called as the first version of backbone. मतलब कि जब the backbone develops of any organism, this is a structure which is formed during the development. Another feature which is the presence of dorsal hollow neural system. मतलब कि in short the first version of brain and spinal cord. This structure is found in these organisms. In features के basis पे ही these organisms they are included in the phylum Chordata. ऐसे ही in plants classes जिनमें there are few characters, they come under division. Now we will see the highest category in this whole taxonomic hierarchy, which is kingdom. The highest and the topmost category, it is known as kingdom. First point is it is the highest and the topmost category. Second point is that all animals of different phylum, this is the plural of phylum, they are placed under the kingdom Animalia. जितने भी animals of different phylum, they are present under kingdom Animalia. Similarly, all plants of different division, they are placed under kingdom Plantae. So kingdom, it is the highest category and it consists of all animals and it consists of all plants of different division and उनको kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae कहा जाता है respectively. Okay, so as you are future scientists and as we are scientists, we are taxonomists. अब मैं अगर आपको बोलूँ कि there is a very interesting thing happened and we did not even notice, वो हमने miss कर दी. Now I will show you. ये जो taxonomic hierarchy है, इसमें if you remember all the points and observe this hierarchy, इसमें as we go upwards from species to the kingdom, यहाँ पे जो characters हैं, which are the main defining unit of all this of the whole system, the similar characters हैं, यहाँ पे it is decreasing. Species में सबसे ज़्यादा there are similar characters, then a little bit less in genus, in family उससे भी कम, order में उससे भी कम, and class में उससे भी कम, and सबसे ज़्यादा कम in kingdom. So we can see a trend, a pattern, that is as we go from species to the kingdom. यहाँ पे the similar characters decrease, यानी कम हो जाते हैं and vice versa. अगर आप kingdom से species की तरफ आओ तो यहाँ पे similar characters बढ़ जाते हैं. अगर हम देखें in the point of view of broader characters, तो broader characters they increase. Broader characters they increase as we go from species to the kingdom. It can sound a bit confusing, but it is not. Simply जब हम species से kingdom की तरफ जाएंगे तो the similar characters they will decrease and the broader characters they will increase. They are opposite to each other. अब एक और problem है, that is the higher the category, the greater will be the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa at the same level. मतलब कि जैसे जैसे the category increases, it becomes difficult to find the relationship between organisms at the same level. So the problem of classification, it becomes more complex, it becomes more mysterious. In future, अगर आप scientist बनते हो, many of you will become taxonomists. You can do your research in this field and find more new things. अगर आपको कहीं भी डाउट हो, आप कमेंट में पूछो, एंड आई विल एम्फसाइज दिस दैट यू नीड टू आस्क क्वेश्चंस. थिंक अबाउट व्हाट यू स्टडी, नॉट जस्ट कि पढ़ा, नोट्स बनाए एंड याद किया एंड हो गया. नहीं, थिंक अबाउट देम, डिस्कस अबाउट देम, बी क्रिएटिव. मेरा मिशन सिर्फ एक है कि आप स्टडीज को, बायोलॉजी को एंजॉय करो, उससे डरो नहीं. एंड बायोलॉजी should give you happiness, and आप लोग you become the future scientists. This is all for now. I will meet you in the next video. Until then,